Alright, good evening everyone. It's been so long since I streamed. I was sick for a while. Just making sure everything is working properly here. Hopefully someone in chat can let me know if the volume needs to be adjusted or anything. So yeah, I'm still doing the tournament, but I figured we should go ahead and do this silly challenge since it's somewhat Thanksgiving themed. So let's get into the game here. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a practice run first because we need to actually do some math for this. Can roast a turkey. Yeah, I should do it. Ooh. Oh, should I do it all with time again? That would be funny. It seems a little too difficult, but it could be done. Oh, that would be hilarious. Okay, maybe next time. Next Thanksgiving. Alright, I'm just gonna do a quick practice game because I actually need to develop the strategies that I'm gonna use for this. So let's do Pilgrim, except we want to spawn in an interloper location. Do I need to change anything else? I don't think so. Maybe change fatigue, that's not going to matter. Alright, let's just try this. I want to spawn in HRV just so I can get a hacksaw quickly. And we're going to do some experimentation. I've got to figure some math out. Very important to get the right valve there in cooking math. Okay. Upper spawn isn't great, but we can just run down. Kind of wonder... Oh, this isn't frozen yet. Okay, 0.8. Oh, no spray and clear? Maybe over here. There it is. Yeah, Jen, we're just doing some testing. I have to develop my methods first. I basically have thought very little about this, just enough to know that I need to do some thinking before we actually get into the run proper. So I'm gonna go into the cave to get the matches and hacksaw and whatever else. And then we need a, I only sprained my wrist, that's good. I want some tinder. Hey Dallin. I'm doing well, how are you? I was sick for so long. I'm never gonna be able to finish the tournament, and especially now that I'm rusty. Next time I play, I'll just do like a practice, like a full stream, just practicing with the bow, and then we'll go back to the tournament. We still have a month, almost. It's very likely that I won't be able to complete it in the end, but I'm honestly happy with what I've done so far. Well, this really puts you further away than I thought. I guess the other spawn is much better. There's no deer here. Oh, there's no deer carcass here. That means we're gonna have to find rabbits or something. This is taking a long time. Is there a spawn that's better for grabbing a hacksaw and then looking at a bunch of carcasses quickly? Oh, good. We got it first try. Let's just take the matches if they're here. Some extra fuel. Shouldn't need any of the rest of this. We've already got a... Yeah, let's just go. Let's recover all the stamina in here. Okay, now I just need to go find some carcasses. There's probably some down in the river. There's also going to be rabbits that way. Alright, I think we'll hit the river after we hit this little upper area up here. There's frequently some out in front of this. There's like a deer carcass out in front of the cave, I think. Oh, sorry to hear you're having issues with your wrist. That's gotta be annoying. I always have to take special precautions when I'm playing because I don't want to mess my wrists up. And not be able to play for a while. It's easier to do than you'd think. Where is that cave? Ah, here we go. Okay. We got one deer carcass here. Let's go test this one. I'm interested in... For testing purposes, I need to either be at 1.0 or 1.1. Or like a 0.5 multiple of that. So 0.5 or 0.6. Ooh, we got a 1.5. Okay, so... Let's just, let's save the game real quick. Because I want to be able to come back. This is part of the reason for the testing, is we can, Oh, hey, Sprocket. Welcome in. I'm doing a very, silly challenge here. We're going to do some math. Sprocket, great recovery the last few episodes. It was really interesting watching you, for anyone else who doesn't know, Sprocket is another, Long Dark YouTuber, and, I won't spoil too much about his current series, but he got into some bad spots and had an interesting time trying to recover from it. Okay, so first question is, does this work? Yeah, so we can harvest a 0.0 piece, and let's just see, because we can come back and redo this. Let's just see how big this is. Now, getting out of here messes it up, but... So this was 0.06, so that is not ideal. Okay, so now what we want to know... Now that we know it's 0.06, let's reload the save. This is the whole purpose of the testing. Just to be able to do this. Now I don't know how it measures it. It might be that it only measures it to the nearest 100th of a kilogram, so it's like 0.06 exactly. But we're gonna do some testing and see if we can figure it out. So once I harvest this, we should have precisely 1.5. We should have shaved off exactly that extra 0.06. So it was 1.5. Started at 1.56. Now it should be 1.5 exactly. Now it should be 1.44 after this. So basically what we want to test... Okay, so it looks like the rounding is occurring... We can do some more testing, but it probably rounds up on 5 and rounds down on 4. So 1.44 rounds down to 1.4. This should be 1.38, which should still display as 1.4, I think. Just gotta figure out how it works. And this is gonna be a very slow process, which is why I figured I'd do it on a live stream, so I've got you guys to keep me company. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so we're learning something new. So it looks like it truncates rather than rounding down. So even though there's 1.38 on it, it says 1.3. Okay, this is valuable information. Okay, so we just got to get it down to, let's keep going, 1.32. We can verify that I'm right about this in a minute. This should be 1.26. And then 1.20. Now, if the numbers are exact, then this should show 1.2. When it's on exactly 1.20. Yeah, so it seems like they're exact. Or we just got lucky. Okay. So, hey Lunar, welcome in. Alright, so we just got a couple more to do. 1.14, so if I'm doing my math correctly, we should get it to the point... This is going to be 1.08. The next harvest will be 1.02. So we should have gotten it to the point where we have exactly a 0.02 kilogram piece left. Okay, so this should do it. It should say 1.0. Wait, why did it say 1.1? Uh-oh. Did the rounding not work out correctly? I think I lost count. Alright, we might have to do this again. I'm going to do one more, because I think it should have said 1.1. Yeah, this now should be 1.08 if it's truncating rather than rounding, which I think we established. So then this should bring it down to 1.02. And if it drops below, if it's like a smaller amount, then I miscounted, I guess. I'm not sure why the... Well, let's just see what happens. Hey, Jugo. Okay, so I think that worked. Now if we get out of here, I'm tempted to save the game, but I'm afraid I messed it up, so we're just gonna leave it. Let's drop all this meat. We got the animal fat, of course. So these are all 0.06. Okay, so now let's do this test. So now, I believe there's 1.02 on here. We go up to the max, down, and we should be harvesting 0.02 kilograms each time. Yeah, and now, now we get the bug where time is going so slowly while I harvest these that it doesn't know how to display it. So we just get a blank screen while we harvest. Okay, so now we should be at exactly 1.0. So it'd be interesting. So this should drop me down to 0.98. So if I'm right about the truncating, then we should see 0.9 on here. Yeah. Okay, so that's 0.98. This will be 0.96. Should have 0.94 left after this. .92. Okay, I think we're nearly ready. 0.90. And then we'll do one more just to confirm. So this is 0.9 still. Yeah, so that's working. So we have exactly 0.9 on it. Now we take off another 0.02. That brings it down to 0.88, which will truncate, yeah, it'll truncate rather than rounding, so it'll display it as 0.08. Okay. Now why is it... So something is wrong. Did I miscount? Let's do one more. I might have to do some counting here in a second. So maybe it's not exact. If it's not exact, this is going to be even harder to do. Oh no. Okay. I think what happened was... I think it rounds it more. Yeah. Must round it more, so we must be actually pulling off like 0.01 kilogram pieces. Wait, does it tell me? What does it tell me I've harvested in the top right after I harvest? Just says 0.0. So it's not going to tell me until I look at the... Okay, so we're just going to do a bunch and then I'm going to count. Let's harvest exactly until it drops to 0.8 and then we'll count. It looks like if I had just come to this deer right from the start, I pretty much would have done it though. I mean, that's... If we do 0.01, 1 kilo... Well, no, that'd only be like 100 cooking points. Although, I don't know, these must be even smaller. How small are these? These are insanely small. Because I've done more than 10 now, right? These are like less than 0.01. Alright, I'm gonna do... How many more am I gonna do? We have to get it down to 0.08, right? Or to 0.8. At some point. Imagine I just hopped straight into the misery run and found this exact size deer with no practice, because it looks like this is going to be the one. Like, this would give me cooking 5 probably just off of this one deer, because I'm getting like easily like 20 plus pieces per 0.1 kilos, so that's like 200 to 300 somewhere in there. I mean, that's nearly all the points I would need just from this 1 kilo. Does this ever go down? I'm honestly so confused right now. Yeah, we're still testing. I'm really confused by what's happening with this deer. I've harvested from it like 20 or 30 times now, and it's still not going down. Eventually we're just gonna have to take the we're gonna have to cancel out and see what we've got, see how many pieces, and see what size they are. So obviously I could just start misery runs over and over until I find a deer that's exactly like this one, right? And then I could just harvest it until we get really lucky like this, and maybe that's what'll be necessary. But I'm hoping that we can, you know, with the power of math, I'm hoping we can figure out how to engineer this, right? Because this didn't start out as a great deer. It had like 0.06 size pieces on it, so we had to like trim it down to size, and it turns out that that trimming went really, really well, like better than I could have possibly expected. But I'm not sure how we'll figure that out in the moment. So maybe there will be a certain amount of luck with it. Maybe we'll have to do multiple attempts. I mean, what is going on here? Am I getting like 100 pieces per... I can't get 100 pieces per tenth of a kilogram. How small are these? Alright, we better test now. I don't want to spend this much time when it's not even the real run. Alright, let's see. Maybe we don't have anything at all. Well, we have pieces of meat. Oh no. It's actually displaying as 0.00. Okay, we're dropping animal fat now. Let's see if we can pick up, or no, let's drop. I don't know. There's one. Okay. Still got some animal fat mixed in here. That's 10, 20, 30, 34 I got off of there without without even dropping it more than a tenth. So that means the most these sizes could be would be 0.003 or 0.002. So a kilo of venison has 900 calories in it. So if we just go by the fact that this says 2 calories, that's... Or maybe it's 800. Is it... It's different cooked, right? No, it is 900 per kilo, uncooked. Okay. I guess it stays the same cooked unless you have cooking levels. So if these... Let's just take a look at the 0.06. Where were those? Over here? So these are 50 calories. 50 calories out of... 350, I think. I think it's 350 total. But I mean, even if I only get like 100 or 150 from an animal, I can just do 2 animals, right? So it's not like I don't need to necessarily optimize the heck out of it. Although it would be funny.
I can't feel my hands.
So how do I want to do this? 0.06 times 900 would be 54 calories. Okay. So here's a way we can tell that this is not exactly 0.06. It's actually slightly less than 0.06. I'm really confused about the rounding then. Like, why is it rounding up? It's actually like 0.058 or something. Which is probably why I had to harvest an extra one. So remember, this started at 1.56. And I think I ended up having to harvest an extra one beyond what I thought I would have to harvest. Eight, 9, 10. So I harvested exactly 10. And if they were 0.06 pieces... Alright, let's not get cold while we're thinking about this. So, I harvested 10. The first piece just knocked it down to exactly 1.5. Then I harvested 9 pieces. And those 9 pieces took off slightly less than 0.5. So if we do the math on that, 9 pieces taking off exactly 0.5 would be, okay. I think I've learned everything I can learn from this. I want to go back to... I want to do the first part of this again because I think I can learn more now. Now that I know exactly how much is there, or I can figure it out. So certainly one strategy would be just get lucky. Like, just wait until we get lucky with a deer, but I think we actually can learn a lot from this, and potentially... This probably doesn't tell me anything. So the only thing we know for sure is that this is exactly 1.5 right now. And then let's keep track of how many harvests we do. So, one harvest... That's enough to bring it down. Let's go with the theory that it actually does round, because the other pieces seem to be rounding. So all this tells us is that the harvest we just did was greater than 0.05. We know it's close to 0.06. It's a little bit less. So when we go to do the second harvest... Okay, well that ruins the rounding idea. Because the amount we pulled off is between 0.5 and 0.6. So with 2 harvests, it's between, 0.05 and 0.06. It's between 0.01 and and 0.012. No, it's between 0.1 and 0.12. So this number is between 1.2 and 1.3. 1.28 and 1.3. No, 1.38 and 1.4. But it's rounding it down. It's truncating. Even though it's above 1.38. So that was 2 harvests. Third harvest, it's above 1.32. Jen, so if you have a number like 7.6 and you round it, normally if the last digit is above 5, you round up. And if it's under 5, you round down. So 7.6 would round up to 8. Truncating is just get rid of the last part of it. So 7.6, you would just remove the 0.6 and just say that's approximately 7. So rounding gives you values that are technically closer. Truncating gives you an approximation that's always smaller than the actual value, if that makes any sense. I don't know if we've... I don't think I can do this. I think we might have to rely on... I think we're going to use the math that we have, and we're going to rely on some amount of luck as well. A combination of math and luck. Sounds perfect. Let's get into the actual run. I don't want to spend too much time on this. Okay, so we're going to do a new misery run. Cooking 5, day 1. All right. Yeah, so part of my goal here was to have this be something that you could like somewhat reliably do. Like not start over and over and over and over again, but just spawn into misery and, you know, follow these steps, and most of the time you'll be able to do it. Yeah, we'll see if it actually turns out that way. You say that, but if you get cooking 5 on day 1, you can eat all the ruined food you find, and you can eat wolf meat and stuff. Like you can eat all that stuff until you get the affliction. So it's actually not the worst idea. Plus, you know, it gives you all the extra calories.
Jesus, this is cold.
And I'm not saying it's great or anything. I don't know why I'm checking this truck. There can be a flare in here. But does that matter? Probably not. It's not there anyway. Wolves are everywhere. So there's a 75% chance of a hacksaw being somewhere in this region. And we can check 4 of the possible spawns relatively easily. One of them is in this barn. And then the next one is in the barn up here. I guess we can grab the stem from the barn. And if we don't get one of the 4 hacksaws, I'll just restart. I'm not gonna go out of my way to force it to work. Alright, let's just hop in here real quick and has enough time to get my stamina back. No stim there, so it must be over here. Yep. Alright, and we can just leave.
down for a bit.
I guess checking for this dim is a waste of time. We're not going to need it. It's what you would do in a normal run, but... no hacksaw here, I guess. Don't know exactly where it spawns. Okay, on to Thompson's. I guess if I wanted to make this a lot easier, I could just use the save and reload on the actual run. Feels a little bit cheaty. Hey Sirius, welcome in. I think when you take everything into account, we're checking 2/3 of the hacksaw spawns, and it's on 3/4 of loot tables, so we have about a 50% chance overall of finding a hacksaw. Not great. It shouldn't take too many attempts. Here we go. Got it first try.
Probably useful.
Alright, I probably don't really need to do much here. I guess we'll just check for some clothing and fuel. Don't need food.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Take some water. Alright, let's just go get the matches and start looking for a carcass.
I've never felt so cold in my life. Never know. Could end up being useful. This'll come in handy.
Should be a sweater lying around here somewhere. I'll take that. Might as well minimize the damage a little bit, I guess. Let's go over to that house and warm up before we head out. Okay, so I'm just gonna go hit as many rabbit and deer carcasses as I can. Well, Sirius, I'm going by, so first of all, we did a practice run at the start just to learn some math. I'm going off of this, so we start on day 1, and we only have until midnight, so we have like 13 hours total to, do this. So the time is really tight. Which actually is making me think maybe I shouldn't spend an hour warming up in this house. Let's just go find a deer carcass. We can warm up with a fire later. Yeah, as soon as we get to midnight, it ticks over to day 2, and that's, we haven't gotten cooking 5 by then. That's the challenge failed. So the timing is really tight. I don't see the deer carcass over there. Let's go get some rabbits. Yeah, unlucky. I think there's rabbits down here. Yeah, here we go. Nope, useless. So if you weren't here for the planning stage, we're looking for basically 1.0, or I don't know if rabbits can have 1.5. 0.9 is no good. Okay, probably want to do this without frostbite. Let's just craft some gloves. And then we'll go.
Sure getting cold.
This deer carcass, I think, is always back here. There's also rabbits to test.
Oh, so cold.
We can at least test it, I guess, but it's probably not going to be much good. Really. Shoot. Well, this is looking pretty bad. Let's go see if we can find another carcass. Hypothermia risk isn't even close. It's the frostbite. Good call, though. Ooh. If we could get a wolf to kill a deer, that could potentially be good, too. I think that's pretty low likelihood, so I didn't want to rely on it, but... There are wolves over that way, right? And we're drawing in... We have that rabbit, so we're drawing in stuff. Let me go grab the other rabbit. Since we have a deer here and we have wolves nearby... I'm gonna see if I can, engineer an accident for this deer. Grab this other rabbit. Just for the scent. Looks like he's just going to be a pain. If I get a wolf on me, we'll come back over this way. He'd go for the ptarmigan Thanksgiving special. I didn't even know they could spawn here. Come on, stop. Really? Nope. Carry all of them for now. Well, it's turning out to be a lot harder than I thought to find a deer carcass that has exactly 1.0 or 1.5 on it. Should happen about 20% of the time. Same with rabbits.
I'll rest soon. I'm gonna faint.
So I guess the ruling should be if we haven't found what we need by the time we run out of energy, then we restart because it's just going to take too long to walk around without being able to run. I really thought I had a chance to get this first try. I guess we'll go check out the cave. Potential deer carcass there.
I think I can use this.
Ooh, more bunnies. Fortunately, I did not prepare by having stones. Okay, so next attempt, pick up more stones. Let's see if I can get some down at the river here. Here we go. There was one over here, and one went over that way. Is that going to give me the most recent one? No.
Oh, I've never been so hungry in my life.
Nope. Which one is the point one? I think it's this one. Carry that as well. Alright, there's one more. Nope. Not used to aiming with these improvised mitts. Where'd you go? Wow, all the way over there. Man, just not getting the luck. Yeah, I'm already out of energy. We've already used 6 hours and gotten nothing. It's so far to the next place. I think we just do another attempt. Well, this is taking more attempts than I thought. I know it's only attempt 2, but I thought if we had a hacksaw, we'd pretty much have it in the bag. I do have that stem that I can use once I get low on energy. If I get a better start this time, we'll make use of that. A couple of other things I can adjust. So I guess we do grab the stem. We ignore the tractor. It'll save a little bit of time. Okay, coming up here was a mistake. Let's not do that next time. Can I get trapped down in there? No, I guess not. Nearly. Anybody have any funny stories? This is starting to feel like it's gonna be a slog. The worst part is once I get a run going, then we're gonna have the I mean, it'll feel good to have it going, but then we're gonna have the thing where we sit there and watch the animation forever. No hacksaw in here.
My fingers feel numb.
Angler's Den has a bear. Yeah, there's a new bear in that little ravine cut through thing. He has a cave down there close to Angler's.
Wait. I'm so cold. I'm warming up a bit.
Nice to have an extra bear in Ash Canyon, I think. Let's grab these. Already got the stem. We just go, right? Yeah.
Do I? If I don't warm up soon.
Alright, second hacksaw spawn point. Let's get some more stones. Hey, we got it. Okay. So now, I want to take a route. We have to still get the matches. But I want to take a route that takes me by deer, if possible, and bunnies. I guess the bunnies we could do regardless of if we had the hacksaw. Yeah, there's bunnies right here. Nope. No luck. And is there another one around? Single bunny spawn? And I guess what I can do is, since we already have the hacksaw, we can check 2 deer carcasses on the way into Thompson's. And there'll be more bunnies there as well. Wolf over there. More bunnies. More wolves. Since we have a bunch of wolves here, I might try to drag them across the river, see if we can get them to kill a deer. Nope. Where's that other rabbit? Oh geez. Alright. I guess we're not getting that bunny. A lot of bunnies along this path. Remember this for next time. Okay, one of these is 1.2. Both terrible. Hey Spook, welcome in. Yeah, you may be early because we're just getting started here. And so far no luck finding the animals we need. Oh my goodness. Still nothing. Alright, well, isn't there usually a deer carcass here? Did I come all this way? Man, the deer carcasses are just not spawning in. That's annoying. Alright, let's keep going. See, I want to go to the other side of the river, right? Close to Thompson's. Yeah, so we actually need to cross here. There's sometimes a deer carcass right down here. I honestly did not think this would be the hard part of this challenge. Like, I thought, you know, restarting for the hacksaw over and over again, and then once we actually had the deer, getting it into the right size pieces. We can't even get started. Like, we get the hacksaw every time so far. A little bit of tinder, although I don't know, I'm not feeling this one. Yeah, no. I want this bunny for later, but it's not the best thing to have right now. Just leave it out here for right now. Okay, so I just want to get some clothing. This trunk frequently has something in it, that's why I bother checking it. Get a little bit of clothing. Anything else in here worth grabbing? Probably not, right? Trying to be really speedy here, so I'm not going to stop and grab most of that stuff that you guys are talking about. Those little cabinets don't usually have anything in them. Just trying to grab the guaranteed clothing and the high likelihood clothing spawns. Just to help a little bit. We craft gloves again? I guess we can't. Okay, because I'm doing so much running, I think I'm gonna go ahead and gamble on this hour of sleep. Hopefully that'll pay off. Anything under here? No. It's a nice warm bed in a nice warm house. It's a lot of time. Didn't even fully warm up. I'm liking my route though. I think this is an efficient route to take. Matches must be back here then. I wonder if there's someplace else I could run that has more deer carcasses. I mean, I have to have just gotten unlucky, right? Like...
Gotta warm up somehow.
Passed through two places that are, as far as I know, very frequent deer carcasses and didn't get either. This one I think is guaranteed. I don't think I've ever not seen this one here, although... Now that I say that... Yeah, I think it's behind that limb over there. I think I see it. I have one that's like 0.9. That's the frozen one. Man. Where'd that rabbit go?
It's a goddamn.
Of course. Yeah, you can't get the hacksaw there anymore, but there's 4 spawn points that are relatively easy to get to, and it's on the way to matches, and there, at least theoretically, are a lot of rabbits and deer on the way. And I mean, I've seen a decent amount of rabbits and deer. It's just not getting the luck we need with the rolls for the amount of meat on them. I'm actually wondering if now maybe it would be better to... Yeah, even worse than the other one. Guess we can carry that one with us now. Carry both of them just in case we can... I mean, where else can we reasonably reach? that has deer carcasses. Okay, so instead of running across the pond area, let's go on the low ground. There's that little shed over closer to the barn, and then there's the bear cave, and then the farmhouse. That's like 3 deer carcasses. That's probably better than going just for the hilltop cave and the other cave. Maybe. Oh yeah, 3 strikes is way too far. Mainly what I'm trying to path is shortest travel distance to get the most number of rabbit spawns and pre-placed deer carcasses. But after the frustration with this, I'm thinking maybe I'll switch tactics. Maybe what we should be looking for is just to get a wolf to kill a deer early. Because with that one, we don't need the meat to be nearly as exact, because it has like, it can have like 6 to 8 times as much meat on it. So I can afford for everything to not be quite as precise. Also that opens the possibility of quartering. Maybe I should be leaning towards this idea. Okay, we've got a deer, or we've got a wolf headed towards us. Let's see if we can take advantage of that. I think this is the wrong bridge, right? This isn't where the thing is. Where the barn is, right over here. No, it's got to be the bridge before that. Alright, let's go this way. And you got frostbite at this pace. Well, it's not going up, I guess, because it's not really bad out. That wolf hasn't gotten the memo. Still headed to where he smelled me hours ago. I find it very amusing that on my pilgrim test run in HRV, we found like the perfect deer that pretty much would have done it. And now in these 2 runs with all the rabbits and all the deer that I've attacked, I haven't found a single one that even is worthy of testing. Alright, so here's where there can be a deer carcass and more rabbits. And then we can check the bear cave, and we can check around the farmhouse. We're gonna run out of time, though. I think there can be a deer carcass here, right? Maybe it's not in here. Maybe it's outside. Hello? Yeah, here we go. Let's take a look real quick. Oh, 1.0. Okay, so we got it. In theory. Let's drop that. I guess we just start a fire right here now. One thing that could really mess me up now is, I actually have a torch. I forgot about it. We've used that.
Come on, little fire.
We are at the mercy of the wind out here, but can't think about that too much. Just gotta assume that we're gonna be fine. Let's throw cedar, some reclaimed, some sticks. Go ahead and throw this on. So unfortunately, because of the size of this, we just have to hope it's perfect. And if it's not perfect, then we're pretty much doomed. Are we ready? I think we're ready. We've got food and water. Don't need that. Fire's good. We just have to do this all at once if it turns out to be good. Okay. Now that's a good sign. Got the micro piece. Okay, let's not lose track. So this is 3. We're already down to 0.9, which I think we were expecting. We know it's truncated. So let's actually start over. That's 1. Now that's 2. Okay, so that's 2 from exactly 1.0. Okay, 2. This is 3. Oh no. We're already at 0.8. Yeah, so we got just a trash. So the first one that we tested is just absolute trash. I don't think this is going to work out, but let me see if I can, like, maybe we get the perfect amount at 0.5. I can't really do the math, but we could get lucky. Like, if it's like 0.001 pieces at 0.5, that's still like 500 pieces of meat, right? So we could get really lucky. So this is going to drop it to 0.7 and probably one more. Okay. So to drop to 0.6, it's 1. Two. Three. Four. Okay, so the only way this works is if we get really lucky. If we can get a full 4. That's 1. Yeah, a full 4 without let me think about this. 2. Ah, it's actually next time. We have to wait until it says 0.5. Okay. So ideally this would drop to 0.5 on 4. This is the 4th one. And then we hope we can get a full 4. Let me think about this. So that's 3, going from 0.6 down to 0.5. Yeah, I think we do one more. We just have to get lucky with the rounding. It's probably not going to work. And we do this last one. If it's still 0.5, then we have a good chance of this being just the perfect amount of deer now. Ah, it wasn't. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Yeah, these are 0.03 pieces. Not nearly good enough. So I wonder if there was probably no other way to set this up. Hey, at least we got a attempt where we could at least try it. I'm gonna take a quick break and we'll start up with attempt number 3 when I get back. Thanks everyone. Be back soon. Alright. I am refreshed and ready to go. Yes, Jen, third time's the charm. So, I think right into it. New misery. So I think I'll keep doing thing where we carry the rabbits around in the hopes that we might get lucky. You know, there's rabbits that spawn here too, right? I think they just won't spawn in because we're too close. Just wondering if I can get far enough away that I turn around and they're there. Yep, I see them. Probably worth it to go ahead and check at the beginning. Kind of tempting to just grind starts and get a couple of good rabbit. What? Gotta be kidding me. Alright, let's get this one first. He's further away from where we want to be. Hey, we got a good one. Alright, let's carry that with me. It's a good start. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to be stinky traveling to where all these wolves are.
I need to find some place to escape this cold.
Nope. Okay, so we'll take the one that's good. Where'd my stone go? Here it is. I guess one problem with this strategy is now we still have to hit the 50% chance for the hacksaw. We don't get a hacksaw.
Damn. Freezing.
We could. If we only do rabbits, or if we're willing to thaw out each deer we find, I guess we could do it with without the hacksaw. Ooh. There's deer, which probably means there's not wolves, right? Yeah, last time this area was just swimming with wolves. Ooh, I think I saw it through the thing, yep. Okay, so that's hacksaw at the very first location. So now we can check any deer carcass we want. We just need to find one. I don't think there's one in the woods. There might be. No, I don't think there is. I think I would remember it being there. Get a wolf to poach a deer I wouldn't have to thaw? Yeah, good point. I mean, for this run at least we already have the hacksaw. I'm just thinking about whether I want to go... Because we're not too far from the farmhouse. We could skip... We could go farmhouse, which has a deer carcass. Bear Cave. Hit up Signal Hill for the flare, so we'll be able to start a fire. Yeah, let's try a different route this time. Just for fun. How close are we to the barn? I guess we can go grab the stem, just in case we need it later for a long sprint. Ooh, there's rabbits here too? Alright, let's see if we can get a rabbit as well. So we'll go rabbits, stim. I think it'll be nice to have this change of pace. Only problem is no matches, but we could get lucky at the farmhouse, maybe. We probably only need the one flare. Good enough to carry just in case we get a lucky effect with it. I'll check for like hats or gloves. Get lucky. I guess by that logic we should be checking this as well.
It's so cold. I just want to lay down for a bit.
This way. Okay, trying something new. The deer were over there. I've got wolves tracking me. Got 2 wolves tracking me right now, I think. Let's reset the scent. So they're coming towards me now. They should be. I don't see the deer out anymore though. Possible they're like way back there somewhere. Oh, I do see a deer. Alright, I got a deer on me. Now we can just go straight to the rabbit. Or straight to the deer. Got a wolf on me, is what I meant to say. Shoot. Oh no. Alright, gotta figure out how to... I think when I drop the decoys, he's like automatically coming for me. Or he's automatically coming for the decoys, even if he was already going after the deer. So I gotta get... Let me just run around. Hopefully we don't run right into the bear here. This is a lot of time invested in something that might not pay off. Okay, if I drop this here, that should reset the scent, so he wants to come around this way now. Or he's still after me. Okay, so let's go up here. Need to get to something he can't path, so that would be like right here. Drop the scent. Oh, he's already here. Okay, he's after the deer. Looks good. Sweet. Wow, the deer was just completely unaware. Dude. Okay. Now let's complete RNG as far as exactly when I aimed at him and how much he ate. 8.2. Alright, let me think about this. This is where we needed to do more math. So one thing I could do is I could quarter him and get two 4.1 quarters. I think that's a bad idea. Yeah, that's a bad idea because it says 4.2, it's not going to be like it's not going to be like 4.1 means 4.0001 or something. It's going to be like 4.06 or 4.08. And that's just not going to be small enough pieces. So I think what I would need to do instead is harvest a certain amount. Man, we really should have done more math prep. Do I even have time to do this before I get hypothermia? I guess we're not too far from the... we're pretty far from anywhere that's good. I think I'd have to go get the flare from Signal Hill and come back here. So what did we say it was? 8.2. So if I pull off the 0.2, that brings it down to exactly 8. And then we do a certain amount of that. We do another, like... I think we test this out now to see if it's going to work. I think that's the way to do this. Should have just enough time before I get hypothermia or frostbite, hopefully. It's not going to take that long to do this experiment. And we can come back and do the actual quarter later. Okay, so get rid of all the scent. We're going to get frostbite probably, unfortunately. 66%. Well, we'll see what we can do about it. So go all the way up. Go down to just the 8 point, or just the 0.2. Okay, so we're at exactly 8. Interesting that it took a lot off of there. Went down to 7.7, so we're taking off significantly more than 0.2. So we hope this says 7.0. Might say 7.1. My frostbite risk? It's climbing. Alright. I think this is gonna work. Let's leave the rabbits here. They're good. Shoot. Where do I want to be? I want to be over this way. I'm gonna try to get inside and prevent this frostbite from happening. I guess if I get frostbite, it's not the end of the world. Let's go up this way. What I really need is to find matches at the... I could stim to prevent frostbite. Are those more deer? Oh my goodness, I'm gonna get frostbite. I think we just continue even with frostbite. Technically, the rules aren't cooking 5 on day 1 misery without frostbite. Oh, so many deer. Okay, we're not quite gonna make it in time. I guess I should have just left the deer as it was. Yeah, next time, I think I'm convinced enough that pretty much no matter what deer we bring down, we can probably engineer it. Because like even now, I can take off 0.1 pieces and get it down to 6.0 and change, and then quarter it, which will give me 2/4 of 3 and something. Yeah, if we have to do this again, I think I'm going to be better prepared for it. There's just deer everywhere. Frostbite's just around the corner. No way we make it in. Yep, there it is.
I felt so cold in my life.
Okay, so I think we're switching to the wolf kills a deer strategy. It's going to be so much easier to get it to line up right. Check for matches down here. No luck.
I'll take it.
What do I really need? Just fuel and matches, right? None of this nonsense. Maybe a little bit of food to eat. Some maple syrup. Alright, let's go upstairs. Maybe grab some water too. No matches there. Fuel. Guess we'll check this. I think we're gonna have to go up to Signal Hill for that flare, unfortunately. It's so far. Wait, did we check under here? Oh, no Mackinac, no nothing. Well, shoot, we got no frostbite protection at all. Yeah, whatever. We've already got frostbite. Let's just warm up and then go. And check a couple more deer on the way. Let's see, I want to go out this way, I think. Where's the deer that likes to spawn around here? Here it is. 1.8. It's kind of useless. Okay, wait a minute. So it says 1.8. If we take... Maybe there's more options here than I was considering. Because 1.8 is large enough. That depending on the exact sizes here. This would be better if it said 1.9. Yeah, so it's down to 1.1, which, you know, depending on the exact size, you know, it's nice enough out. Let me just see what happens if I do... Wait, how can I do this? I'd have to do... We'd have to get it down to 0.5. Hey, Shu. Looks like this is going down really fast. We just have to hope that this is like point... Oh no! It was so close. It just went a little bit too far. Yeah. I was hoping that it'd be a little bit over 0.5, but looks like it's a little bit under 0.5. Yeah, it just wasn't quite the right size. It was worth a shot. Okay. Let's keep going. I had a good rabbit too, right? Like next to the deer, I had a 1.0 rabbit. Stupid bear. I don't want any of your nonsense right now. Getting matches would actually be pretty huge right now. Would mean I don't have to go all the way up to, Can I see? Oh wait, it's Misery. It's never gonna be here. Bear is still out and about. Should have grabbed rabbits here before we went inside, so they would respawn. Oh, we gotta go check the... Well, we can check it on the way down.
Wait. I'm so cold, I'm warming up a bit.
Might as well grab a ptarmigan. See if we get lucky. I mean, it could turn into something good, I guess. Probably worth carrying around with me until we start harvesting. Wonder if when coming up this way it would make sense to run across to Hilltop Cave, check the deer carcass there, and then back to Signal Hill. Probably not when I already have a deer waiting for me.
I could eat anything right now. I need to find a place to rest. That guy who drank his own pee doesn't seem so crazy right now.
You know, it's warm enough out now. Should probably sleep for an hour so we have some warmth for the run back.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
Apparently these two lockers always have something, or maybe it's just that one, or between the two of them, or they're just very likely to have loot. Something like that. I know there's a flare in here somewhere. It's guaranteed. I just gotta check all the places, I guess. Thought I already looked everywhere. Might as well check for matches while we're here, I guess. What if that sewing kit is always there? There's the flare. Alright, any pants or boots around here? Doesn't look like it. I hate to do this, but let's warm up. Get a little bit of energy to run back. Just make sure I've got that on me. I do. Grab this. Got that. So we got a 1.1 ptarmigan, a 1.0 rabbit, and a 7.1 deer. Pretty good. Oh, I went the totally wrong way here. Not sure how I got myself into this predicament. Looks like we're gonna make it out of here, okay? Maybe this is the right way. Yeah, this is right. I just didn't look right before. Now, where's that bear cave down here? And there should be a deer outside of it. So we can check this. Wow. Just not getting the deer carcasses this run. Alright.
Did I say I hate being cold? Because I really do. I get tired.
I have to be creative with this flare. We're gonna have to go sleep in the farmhouse and hope this wind ends.
It's so cold to think.
Only got about 4 hours to accomplish my goal here. Doesn't sound too likely to happen.
I need to lie down.
Sure. Let's just go whichever way it'll let me. I mean, we have to go. Just gonna have to hope we can find a sheltered spot for the fire. I gotta go across. Don't tell me you're gonna blizzard on me now. Hey, Loons. Welcome in. This is turning out to be a lot harder than I thought. It's a ridiculous challenge. I mean, I guess it's not so much hard as just requiring luck. I might have everything I need to finish it on this run if the stars align, but the stars do not appear to be aligning.
If I don't warm up soon.
Okay, so here's the water. Where the heck is the... Oh no. Can't see where anything is. I think my deer is like over here somewhere. It's near the water. Yeah, it's like further down here. That's what's annoying about it, is it was just so far away. Should be right here.
So tired.
I see the barn from here. I see that barn. Okay, I've got kind of an idea here. Because we obviously can't cook this out here. If I burn my only flare, then that's it. Alright, I'm gonna go for my crazy idea. It's my 1.0. I have two 1. Okay. Let's get this guy off our tail first. That's not good. Should have dropped that scent immediately. Oh no, is he going straight for the scent that I dropped? Dude, get out of there. Do you eat all my rabbits? I don't think he can, right? What a jerk. Wait, he ran off. Why? Wait, he literally ran away. What in the world? Alright, look, I don't have time to deal with you. I'm gonna do my nonsense. So I think the only way this works is if I take off 0.1 pieces, get it down a little bit. Oh, the wind is stopping? Alright, fine. I'm gonna risk the flare then. This is gonna be way easier if I can just get a fire going here.
Come on, little fire. Oh, lucky day.
Yeah, nobody likes you.
soon.
Really? Okay. I'm starting to wonder if I was gonna run into trouble there. What's the temperature? That's probably good enough. So, like 1 reclaimed on, I guess. Okay, let's see if we can make this work. So first step is, let's get the 0.1s off. Okay, so it's more than 0.1 because we went from 7 down to 6.8. I'm glad I did it this way. 6.6. I think we might be... Yeah, I think this might be bad. We'll see though. 6.4. Unless it's like just under 0.2, then we're gonna be good. So this will be 6.0 in theory, which would be good if it's close, if it's just above 6.0. Then we quarter it, we're gonna double the efficiency of that. Oh no, it's 6.1. Let me alt-tab out of here for a second. So the game is paused because I'm alt-tabbed out. I'm thinking about... I think if I keep harvesting those size pieces, it's not going to end well for me. Yeah, I think I need to quarter it while it's at this size. I think we got unlucky with this, the size of this deer, but there's not much I can do about it. Alright, let's see if either of these is really lucky. I'm gonna put this one way over here somewhere. Hopefully that'll freeze over there.
Sure getting cold.
Okay, temperature is 9, feels good. Oh, this is the wrong one. I still got my ptarmigan, right? Somewhere? Don't tell me the bear got my ptarmigan. I picked it up. It's not in mine. Sorry, losing my voice here. I'm gonna take a quick break and get some water. I'll be back in a second. All right, I'm back. I was sick all last week and weekend with this sore throat, and so I took my time coming back to streaming. I might have to take it easy for a few more days here. Don't want to lose my voice doing this. Thanks for your patience, everyone. So I think what I decided is, if that ptarmigan ends up being necessary, then, you know, either we'll be able to find it or we won't. So I'm not going to worry about it. I think I might have dropped it when the bear was after me. Dropped it somewhere inconvenient. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. It's not a good sign that we're not getting the blacked out screen. It's actually showing me the harvest animation, which leads me to believe that we did not get lucky. Yeah, it's already at point... Well, that doesn't really tell me much. To see how many harvests it takes to get down to 0.8. Oh, we're already down to 0.7. Yeah, this one's not going to give me very much. I guess we can stop around 0.5. And maybe we'll get lucky. So we just hit 0.6. Yeah, I think we quit here. It's really not much. Maybe we get really lucky on the second batch. I don't think so, because it says 1 minute, 6 calories. Oh, I wonder if I can use that calorie count for harvest time to figure out how much meat I'm taking off. That would be another sort of neat math trick. Because I think on the deer we had in HRV on the really good run, it was 1 minute, 1 calorie. So it was like super, super small pieces. Yeah, we're not getting much out of this. Definitely bringing the bear back. Can hear him pacing around. Just finish this out just in case we needed a few extra scraps. Let's try the deer next and see if we get lucky on that one. Yeah, really not much. Stupid bear. Oh, it's already almost midnight. Actually, ran out of time, probably. 4.07 kilograms. Oh, they give me more quarters than I thought. I thought I was going to get 2 quarters. Wait, how can I get... Huh, I was not expecting that. Well, we ran out of time anyway. There's no way we're gonna finish. These definitely aren't gonna give me anything good. Yeah, even if we had that ptarmigan, it wouldn't be enough. So this was a failure anyway, even if you don't count the time. One thing to keep in mind about the quartering is that's an extra like hour to an hour and a half, depending on the animal. And that does require a hacksaw. When it depends on the size of the animal. Because this is such a small animal to start with. I think that's why it only gave me 3. I was actually expecting to get 2 bags because it was so small. 2 bags probably would have been better for me. Yeah, see, it's already day 2. So that's a fail. This is done. Where's the other rabbit? Let me go see what we would have been able to get from this. Definitely want to do a little bit more testing here. So this is taking 2 minutes, 8 calories. Yeah, so that's like a big, hefty chunk. Then it's not a quarter. True. Yeah, but I mean, the maximum amount of meat in, like, one of the bags is 5 kilos. So if you get, like, a 35 kilo bear or moose, that gives you, like, 7 quarters. Is it gonna drop from 0.6 to 0.4 again, like the other one did? Yep. Another useless rabbit. So the only thing that's left to check is... Well, we can see what the deer quarters do, but I'm pretty sure... I don't know. Was this it? 1 minute, 2 calories? No, that's not going to be enough. The deer in HRV was 1 minute for 1 calorie. And that was what, 0.003 size pieces, I think? So let's see how many tries it takes to get from 1.9 to 1.8. That's 1. Yeah, only 2. So these are like 0.005. We'd get 2 per... Yeah, we'd only get like 40 per bag, so 120 cooking points for the whole deer. Not nearly enough. How possible is this? It's 100% possible. The only question is getting... Like,
so crazy right
if I could
now.
just get perfect luck, it would be easy first try. There are certain... if the deer just happens to fall into like a 1.501 size, then you can just harvest it right from there. And you can get a 0.001 piece off of it, which means you're getting like 1,500 pieces. You only need 350. So you don't even need like perfect luck, you just need pretty good luck. And the math... Like, I'm trying to use math to make it so I don't have to get really lucky. But, I'm not doing a very good job of it. And I'm not getting very lucky. Which is not a good combo. Let's do one more try. I really want this to work. No, so what I'm doing is I'm grabbing a hacksaw, and then I'm either stoning rabbits or ptarmigans, or getting deer carcasses, or getting a wolf to kill a deer. So there's like a lot of different ways to do it. Probably getting a wolf to kill a deer is the best because you get a lot more meat on it, and then you don't need to be quite as lucky with the meat, like with the meat amounts. Jen had the brilliant idea that I should do it with only ptarmigans for the true Thanksgiving challenge. We will not be attempting that. You just go ahead and state that right away. I guess we should go and grab these rabbits. This is like an early way to get a rabbit and see if it's a 1.0 right from the start. They back yet? Come on, rabbits. Huh, a deer spawned in. So if there's rabbits, they should have spawned back in, right? Because we got far enough. Eh, whatever. Yep, there they are. Okay. Ooh, 3 rabbits. 3 stones, 3 rabbits. Seems like Providence. 3 exactly 1.5 kilo rabbits. That one's trash. That one's trash. Guess I'll just use the stones I have. Oops.
It's a goddamn freezing.
Nope, that was way too far to the right. Knew it as soon as I released it. Getting faked out by all the rabbit carcasses. Nope, all garbage. So let's say we got the perfect rabbit. It would be 1.5 kilos, and it would be like 1.501. So how good would it have to be for that one rabbit to give me all the points I needed? Because 1.501 would be, what, 1,500 skill points? So 1.502 would be 750 skill points. So it would need to be 1.503 or less. And even if it was 1.504, it would probably put me close enough. And I wouldn't need a hacksaw. I could harvest the rabbit. Ooh. Ooh, I need to be careful though because of the 10% lost. Or however much you lose when harvesting by hand. Wait a minute. Can I generate I can generate better rabbits. Oh, we gotta map this out now. So if I get a rabbit that's like, say, 1.2 or 1.3, I should be able to harvest it by hand and get the meat amount to be reduced. And get it to be the right size by that method. Oh, I'm really liking this idea. Because this is a way to do this with skill rather than luck. I mean, you still need some luck. Okay, we're gonna have to do some science. Grab some stones. I'm gonna grab some more rabbits and we're gonna test on them. Let's go ahead and assume that this is a run where I'll find a hacksaw. So we'll go ahead and play out the first part of this, at least until I get a rabbit again. Stem is good. Let's recover energy. Okay, now we can go. How's the wind going? That's the spirit. Well, first of all, hi Cassell. Welcome in.
Damn, I'm freezing.
So right now, it's not going too well, except I just had a major breakthrough in a way that I may be able to get more out of my first couple of runs. Okay, so we do have a hacksaw. Need to get a rabbit and test harvesting it. No, 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 no. Oh, I tried to hit it with the stone. That's why you should holster your stones, I guess. Doesn't happen too often. Okay, well we got an exact 1.0 there. Let's just keep moving. Ooh, we got a deer. See if we can get a favorable engagement with this deer. No, wrong way. Alright, I'll come back for you if I find a wolf. I find somebody for you to buddy up with. Wait, this harvest by hand trick is actually making the idea of doing this with only ptarmigans sound much more appealing. And it'd still be like an insane amount of luck. Let's go check the rabbits south of the church on the way in. See if we can get any more good ones. Did you get that many ptarmigans in PV? Oh yeah, absolutely. First of all, you'd probably only need like 2 if you got lucky. Maybe. I mean, didn't we just say that with the perfect rabbit, you can do it in just 1 rabbit? So with the perfect ptarmigan, you should be able to do it in 1 as well. So you just need to get the luck. And using the hand harvest trick increases your chances of getting lucky with the amount, because it would allow you to, I'll have to check the math, but like things that are like a 1.2, you could harvest feathers by hand first to knock it down to exactly 1. Or something, right? I'd have to check the math. Or like just over 1. We got 2 1.0 rabbits. Looking pretty good. Oh, who went over there? That one's kind of garbage. Let's take it anyway. We'll try the harvest by hand trick on that one and see what happens. Oh no.
Cold.
Frostbite.
Wanna lay down for a bit.
I wasn't even thinking that could be a possibility yet. Ah well. Alright, so this one should be the one that we're gonna do the... Yeah, let's do it. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do a science experiment here. So it has 0.8. We're gonna take the hide off. Yeah. 18% of total weight was lost. Okay, so it's random. So we could actually try it with almost any size. Anything that's not, right, like not ideal. But yeah, 0.6 is never going to give me much. So we can forget about that. Okay, make sure to use the hacksaw here. Ooh, 0 minutes, 1 calorie. Looks good. We could get lucky with this one. We got the black screen. Okay, so that's, I'm gonna count the harvests after the first one, so that's 1. 2. I'm gonna see how long it takes to get to 0.8. 3. We're aiming for like 30 to 40. If we get really lucky. 4. And this is why I'm doing this on stream, because I have you guys to hang out with while we do the grind. 5. 6. 7. You know what's really good? To make sure I don't lose count here for this first little bit. 8. The fact that it said 0 minutes and 1 calorie, this should theoretically take longer to harvest than that deer NHRV did. I think we got a really good, what was that, 10 or 11? I guess we don't need the exact amount. As long as it's in the 30s. We'll call that like 10. Ah. So 11. So if I finish this out, let's just say it's around 10 per. We'll get 100 cooking points off of this. Now's when we get to the tricky part. I can't take a break and do something else. Could theoretically take a break when we get to 0.5, if I can time it right. Yeah, it's a very silly trick, like Casil, because you still have to watch the whole animation, so it's like really slow, but like no time is actually passing in game while I'm harvesting. More time probably passes while it's waiting for me to click the harvest button again than during the entire animation. Honestly, yes. More time IRL for sure, because each of these harvests, well, you see it says 0 minutes. So it probably is on the order of like real lifetime or slightly worse. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I want to check the other rabbit. I think we're going to get this down to 0.5. Oh, it's going to take forever, though. And it's possible we'll actually get lucky and get better size pieces when we get down to 0.5 too, so it's actually worth stopping for that too. So let's count, okay, so we just got to 0.6. Let's do a careful count here. Okay, so that's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. Watching the concurrent viewers drop. Somebody got bored. Can't blame them. 7. Okay, nearly there. 8. Nine. Okay, so it's exactly 9. So I think I probably do 8. That should leave me with a little bit over 0.5. Alright, let's try it. And this is where it would have really helped to, if I had like kept careful track of everything, I could probably math it out and know the exact amount to harvest. That's 2. Three. Going to 8. It's 5. Six. That's number 7, and lastly 8. Alright. Hopefully I counted correctly. Okay, so I can finally take a break. Yeah, we still have 0.5. Now, unfortunately, it's possible that I need to harvest one more, and then that would give me the true sliver above 0.5, but I mean, I have to decide one or the other, and I'm just going to leave it here. Assume my math is good. Okay, so that's this one. Wait a minute. Am I understanding that correctly? Does that say 1.06? Can't be the exact weight based on the... Wait a minute. No, something's screwy here. Because the weight would have to be affected by the hide and guts, too. Alright, so 2 and then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, we need to actually have a way to do this. Okay, so we got a full screen. So that's 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 52. So that's about what I was expecting. Oh, and they say they're 0.01. So that's the first sign that, yeah, they were definitely not the right sizes. We really want these to be 0.00. Okay, let's just put these right here. And that's that one. Okay, so now... What was the deal with this one? This is just 0.6. Yeah, that's no good. Now see, this is already very clear this is not going to work out, because this is 1 minute 6 calories. Well, so we can try to get this one down to 0.5. Shouldn't take too long. So it's exactly 1 right now. Should only be about 3 or 4 per. So we just now dipped. How do I want to do this? We just now dipped to 0.9. Yeah, it's going really fast. It says the piece I'm harvesting is 0.0. It looks like it's taking off a full 0.1 every time. So I think we're hoping to get insanely lucky here. And it'll still be 0.5 this time. Because it's been like... But it's going to go to 0.4, and this one's going to be trashed, isn't it? Yeah. $48 calories. So it's 500 calories per piece. 500 calories per kilo. So 50 would be 0.1. The problem is, once I actually see how big it is, I have to have already stopped harvesting. There's no way for me to check partway through. If I could see that number, right, then I could say, oh, this is exactly, 2% smaller than a 0.1 kilogram piece. So it's what, 0.998 or something like that? Or 0.098. So I could save scum. Could harvest a piece, look at the size of it, figure out exactly how big it is, and use that to know if it's worth doing. Okay, well, we have one saving grace here, which is we can check this and see if we got... This is 50 pieces. If we somehow got, like, just amazing luck on this... 0 minutes, 1 calorie. I mean, that's good. We have to get like 200 pieces out of this. Well, we'll see. 300 pieces. Okay, so it's at 0.4. So I need to get like 70 pieces out of this or something. Something insane. As soon as it drops to 0.3, we can quit out of this. That's about 6. Not even sure it's possible. Well, it has to be, right? Because we said if it's 0.001, we get 100 per 0.1. No, not even close. Just didn't get lucky. It was only like 12. So you get another, 48 or 50 pieces out of this. So that's 100 points from this rabbit. Just not enough. And there's a blizzard, which is why I'm just going to quit this one. I'm not going to take the 100 points and try to find more. Alright, I am getting tired, so I doubt we'll finish this tonight, but I'm going to do one more start because I want to experiment more with the hand harvest at the start. Close enough. Alright, so let's go get some rocks. Let's take these rabbits out. So getting a wolf to kill a deer and then having it be as lucky as that rabbit was would easily be enough. Because that was 100 points from a kilo. Where the heck are the stones? I must have missed the climb point. We'll go back and grab them in a second. That's got to be far enough away. Yeah, I see him hopping around over there. Yeah, that was 100 points from 1 kilo, and a deer that a wolf kills could be like 8 or 9 kilos, so that would be like 800 points. So we wouldn't even have to get that lucky. We'd have to get somewhere within like half of that. Or somewhere within twice of that. Twice that band, half as lucky. That makes any sense. But it would have to be with a wolf, which, getting a wolf to kill a deer takes time, and you probably only get 1 or 2 of those per attempt. Whereas with the rabbits, you can get many, many attempts. 1.1. I think we take it... Yeah, we're going to do all of these just because we're going to try the hand harvest trick too.
so cold.
Just 2 rabbits this time? Looks like it. Oh, there's another one. Bunch of ones that are close. Actually, I know what we can do for the 1.1 guys. 4 minutes, 21 calories. Three minutes, 16 calories. Okay. So they're not like just barely over, they're pretty substantially over. I guess I should be checking this tractor for the flare every time. In case we get a hacksaw early, we don't want to go all the way to Thompson's. Have another source of fire without having to go to Signal Hill. Moose is out. Nope. So better grab these guys too. This must be a new spawn. I don't remember seeing rabbits here in the past. Is it really just the one? I don't see anymore. Another 0.8 in the garbage. All right, what are we going to do with the 0.8? I think for this one, we'll take the hide off by hand and see what it leaves me with. %of total weight, 0.7 is absolute garbage. Let's do that with the other 0.8. Should be lightweight, right? Probably that one.
Too cold to think.
Yeah, 0.6. This is not going to work out. I mean, we can try. Yeah, no, there's just no way. All right, 2 more. I think this is the wrong size, but let's try taking 0.5 off. 3 minutes, 13 calories. Yeah, let's try taking 0.5 off. Maybe the weight lost. I don't know if it removes the weight before or after. It'll be interesting to see. %70 of total weight was lost. So for this to work, we would need, because it seems to be right around that like 15 to 20%. So it needs to be like a 1.2 rabbit, I think. Maybe it could work with a 1.1, like with just the right size of 1.1 and just the right percentage off. It might work. I mean, we can try it with this other 1.1, see if we get lucky. Yeah, let's do the hide again. I don't think this is gonna work, but it would have to be like a lot, right? So it'd have to be, this would have to be a substantial amount. I mean, it's not insubstantial. Yeah, not surprised. Plus we rolled a high percentage here. And that's a blizzard. Alright, well, I think it's safe to say this was an abject failure. Learned a couple of things about how the math works. Learned there's still a lot of stuff I don't know about how the math works. I feel like I got unlucky. Like we had 1 or 2 runs where we found a couple of 1.0s. I don't think I found a single 1.5. And the one deer we got down wasn't particularly great. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry guys, I thought I was gonna do this today. I mean, obviously, if I always succeeded at everything I said I was going to do, it wouldn't be very exciting. But, man, I don't know. I'm tempted to come back again tomorrow. Technically, it's the day before Thanksgiving. That's the problem, right? Oh well. I'm not convinced I'll have time to stream tomorrow, which is why I decided to do this tonight. But if I do, and I feel like it, I might come back for take 2, see if we can get the required luck. I did learn some new tricks. That trick about hand harvesting the rabbits. Yeah, it's a fun concept. I mean, it's a very silly concept, but... And, yeah. I decided to do it on stream because I knew that if we ever hit the perfect thing, that grind of watching the harvesting animation 350 times, I'd definitely need you guys here to chat with to make that more interesting for me. But unfortunately, we didn't hit it this time. Alright, thanks everyone. I'm gonna go get some sleep, rest my voice, get ready to eat some food tomorrow, and if things work out, maybe I'll be back with more of this. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time I stream the tournament. Alright, happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your evening, everyone. See you later.